Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. James White's first carry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Right at midfield.
The numbers for White a week ago: 16 carries, 65 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
16 yards, a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll try one for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. James White, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete, as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it's Herbert. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And they'll catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 2 at the 39.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Touchdown. James White with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. but it's going to be second down.
Henry, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
5-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. This is the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They snap it to Herbert. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down now. It's White, and he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First down, Baltimore.
First down, here's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Chargers.
Going on the ground is White. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
James White.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way they're panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To the air again, Herbert. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's complete. Okure-Buna. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Is good.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, watch.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Herbert on first down now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. Way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, man, got lucky. Trying to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. Got his target, Samuel. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's White. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
A 37-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does...
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Chargers 21.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And that'll be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. From across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 41 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Not quite sure how to describe that, but I think that there's a mix-up in responsibilities defensively because they're so used to either the running back getting the ball or the ball getting out of his hands downfield as a pass that when he ends up keeping it, they sometimes get fooled. And he found a way to squirt through the defenders and take off for a big, big run.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Incomplete on the deep ball. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. It's a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert taking a shot for Samuel. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. That's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 89 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Herbert now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That's right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze his throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the gun, Jackson caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play action now. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Complete to Marquis.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone say, well, why don't you cover and double and triple and do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Quick slant to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
At the 41-yard line.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Eckler, the ball
brought down by Nate Gary. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd down, Herbert, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll run here with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Allen's got it. Over the middle. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Complete to Keenan Allen. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
a run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you get 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And they will take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for L.A. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They're in control here as they start first and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. The drive starts with a run by White. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
On the play. Second and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tonight
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a loss that could have implications.